This is A Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Okay, this is why Black women need their baby fathers. Stop running these men off. Stop trying to raise kids by yourself because it's not working. I got a video to show you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and then I'll be back with my perspective.
So I was about to make a TikTok, and my daughter came in with this.
Sassy.
Mom, I'm going to tell you this before they tell you this, because they're going to say a lie. Because you know how you told me men are providers and protectors, right?
Men are providers and protectors.
So that means they go outside and work.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you know how David's dad stay home, right?
Yes.
While David's mom goes out and work.
Okay.
So they was bothering me, talking about all the other stuff. And I was like, that's why your dad's a bitch. And then he's like, I'm going to tell your mom, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, but I don't want you to be mad at me because I call him a bitch because he stays home while his wife is working. They want to speak to you downstairs.
So I
Sorry. Okay, so you heard that and you heard it correctly. Little girl was cursing, number one. And listen, it's a lot wrong with the video. First of all, her mama was going to probably do some kind of idiotic TikTok because she had propped her leg up like she was going to say something silly. But not even getting too far into that, she's interrupted by the little girl, her little girl that comes in and tells her, okay, I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna tell you what's going on because they say they're gonna tell you, but they're gonna tell a lie. So she's learning to cover her tracks first. But then what you have to understand is this little girl's concept of men that she got from her mom, because she said, okay, you know how you told me men were protectors and providers, which I don't know why problem solving and procreation is everybody skips the other two P's, but whatever, and talk about, well, you told me how men are protectors and providers. She's okay, and so that means they go out and work. Now this is her own conclusion as a little girl. So the mother is like, okay, whatever, and so she doesn't tell what the exchange was between herself and her little friend, which is obviously a boy, about what she was saying to them. She was automatically a victim. This is a little girl that has learned how to do this and disrespects her little friend's father by calling the man a B and saying, and the reasoning behind it was he doesn't go outside to work, the wife does. So therefore, I've concluded as a little girl that this grown man, I get to call him a B in front of his son because I have a concept as a little kid based on something my mama told me about what men are supposed to be and what they're supposed to be doing. Now, never mind the fact that he could be working. For all we know, he work at home. He works remotely. You don't have to go. That doesn't mean just because he's at home doesn't mean he's not working. But all of that is irrelevant to the fact that this little girl has assumed that she gets to call a grown man the B word in this disrespect of his masculinity and manhood because of she observed that the mother goes out and works and he doesn't really go out, presumably to work. So now they want to talk to the mom, and this is how you know there's no man, because they want to talk to the mother. She doesn't say, well, we're going to wait till your father get home, or what? She doesn't even reprimand the little girl for cussing like that. She doesn't even, we wouldn't have, listen, when I was growing up, I wouldn't even been able to get that story out. Because the first curse word, you even act like you was going to say a cuss word. She don't even want to hear the rest of it. Because you done already got popped. Because you said a cuss word. I don't care what you was trying to tell me. You can't say it because little girls sound like a little girl. You know, she ain't sound like a 14, 15, even then. But it makes it even worse because this is a little girl. Like, she obviously little. She obviously didn't sound to be no more than about 7, maybe something like that. So this is the type of chaos that's going on in these households. And you want to run the man off for whatever your personal reasons are. But she's not getting a healthy understanding of men because she's not growing up around one. So she doesn't understand any dynamic. Not only is she a child and she doesn't understand the dynamic, she's not being shown the dynamic either. To where whatever verbiage she doesn't have to explain, she still has the experience of it. Well, my dad lived with us. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see dad. One time I asked him why he don't work, and he the one that corrected me and said, baby, I do work. I just work here on the computer. And that's how I was able to get your birthday present. Remember your birthday present? That's daddy bought that. And you would get to explain the nuance to her, and you get to explain what men do and how men operate and what stuff is. But these little girls are growing up without any real concept of men, what they do, what men are for. She just said protect and provide, which is where you grow up and you get these gynocrats that think a man only supposed to give her money and be an attack dog. She doesn't see any of the other nuances of men, namely her father, who's the first man that she's supposed to get all of these experiences from. She's supposed to get those first experiences of a male from her father by demonstration, and also by her father sitting her down sometimes and just talking to her and explaining certain things. When he hears an error in her thinking because she's a kid and she doesn't know anything, he corrects the error. No. You got that wrong. And I'm going to tell you why it's wrong. So I don't want to hear you say that anymore, because, see, a father would have corrected all of that. First of all, don't be busting up in no room without knocking. Number 2, I know you ain't somewhere cussing. Number 3, how you gonna disrespect a whole grown man? Even if it's not to his face, you disrespected him to his son's face. And it was a disrespect to the man, whether he heard you disrespect him or not. So do you want to call me one, or do you want to hear somebody call me one? She done heard her mama say that. She done heard her mama call her daddy that. I guarantee you. Because where did this little girl even get the concept that that word would potentially go for that situation? That the B word would be an insult to a man because she's calling him a female. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's a little girl. So she doesn't have the wherewithal to put together that he probably working remotely. Just because he's not leaving the house doesn't mean he's not working. But she can put together that calling a man a B word is an insult because you're calling him a woman. You're accusing him of having female tendencies or energy or actions. So she was able to discern that. She didn't just pick that up out of thin air. She got that from her mama. She heard her mama, overheard her mama either talking to her friends or talking to men and done called that man a B for whatever reason. And kids listen, kids ear hustle all the time. Even when you think they not in earshot, kids be ear hustling. We was all kids. We all know that we was ear hustling at some point. We all know that we did. You ear hustled and heard a lot of conversations that your mama and daddy was not intent for you to hear. But we heard them anyway. And it influenced and helped shape how we saw things and how we regarded people. She done heard her mama do that. Probably to her daddy. And probably said that you don't work, so you are this, that, and the third. That's what happened. That's what's going on with these little kids. That's how that little girl got that. And she gonna grow up and she gonna be a disrespectful stray. Unless somebody get around to her or she just come to some type of epiphany or something like that. Every dude she gets, she's going to feel the ability to disrespect men because she not growing up with one. And y'all like it like that. Y'all grow these kids up and grow these young girls up without their father, so they learn how to disrespect men. They don't know how to talk to them. They don't know how to act around them. They don't know how to receive masculine energy and then give feminine energy. They don't know none of that stuff because you're not providing an environment where she can know it and where she can learn it and where she can practice it. You're not giving her no opportunity to do that. So when she get her mama's age or when she get 17, 18, 19 and start dealing with boys, she gonna be disrespectful. He not going to be able to say nothing to her, and she not going to think it's nothing to call him a B or call him out his name somehow or get up in his face somehow or emasculate him somehow. How does she learn emasculation of a man at that young age? Because she didn't even sound 10 years old. So how does she learn? How do our little black girls learn the emasculation of a man so early? Because they mama teach them. The mama emasculates men in front of her daughter. She tell her things about her father that she shouldn't know, whether they true or false. Whatever the mother's perception is of the father is not the child's business. You're supposed to always present their father in the best possible light that you can present their father to them. It doesn't matter what your personal grievances are with their father. That's irrelevant. That's completely and totally don't have nothing to do with nothing. But too many times, these single mothers project onto their children whatever they feel about the children's father, which is usually negative. Usually she's somewhere calling him some type of name. He's some type of deadbeat. He's some type of no good, some of them are somebody's. And she's either saying that directly to the child or she's saying it around the child and the child pick it up. And internalizes it, learns how that when men don't do what you want them to do or when you mad, it's okay to call them all of these names. And that somehow is supposed to get the men to do what you want or whatever the case may be. She's learning that lesson, a lesson that's going to ruin relationship after relationship after relationship as she get older and fail in each and every one of them. And then she going to get my age trying to figure out why she could never hold on to no man. Just is trying to figure out you masculine, boo-boo kitty. And you got that stupid masculinity from your mama. How at such a young age you running around here calling whole grown men a B word, any kind of word other than Mr. whatever his name is. No type of respect at all for elders or men. This is why y'all need to quit running off these baby daddy. Y'all need these fathers in these kids' lives. It don't matter how you feel about them. Them kids need their father because you got it all messed up. You got it twisted. These kids ain't learning nothing good under your tutelage. Anyway, Sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.